Community Voice Radio. The radio station for Thurrock's BAME community. Subscribe, listen live, and download our app from the Apple and Google App Stores.
Yes, and welcome to the Youth Scene Show, your favorite show on Tag Radio with yours truly, Kazeem Balogun. Wow, what a day, hey? What a day, what a wonderful day. How you're doing out there? You know, what's up to a massive shout out to all our dedicated listeners and viewers, right? A very big shout out to all of you. How you're doing today? Happy Thursday. You know, how's work? You know, how's your day? How's it been going? Just before we start the show, you know, obviously to those who have been watching yours truly, the Youth Scene Show, your favorite show on Tag Radio with your boy Kazeem, there are a couple of things I need you to do at the start of the show. So let's get to it, right? So the first thing I need you to do is to get your phones out. Get your phones out, whether you're using Android or you're using Apple phone. Just get them out. First thing I need you to do is to do what? Is to download our radio app. You know, make sure you download that. So what you can do is, if you're using the Apple phone, you can literally go to your app store and download Tag Radio, okay? And if you're using Android, just go to your Play Store and type in Tag Radio and just download it. And guess what? You can literally listen to our radio station anywhere you are in the world. Okay, so you could be in Miami, you could be in, oh goodness me, I want to be in Miami so bad right now. You could be in Miami. Sorry, I'm just in my own world today. Like, I've been thinking about, because I'm deep on holiday. Like, literally this year has been one of the most stressful year for me. So don't blame me for craving on holiday and thinking enthusiastically about an holiday destination. So Miami, I just mentioned, is actually one of the destinations I'm yet to decide on. It's in the bucket list. Miami, New York, Dubai, you know, it's all in the bucket list. I'm desperately dying to go for holiday. My boss just had me say that. Sorry, I need time off. You need to. I've been working so hard. I approved my time off, and I need some time off to go for holiday. Like, I've not been on holiday throughout this whole summer. Throughout the whole summer break, I didn't go on holiday actually. Like, come to think of it, I actually didn't go. It's all like me not to go on holiday every single summer. Every single summer, I always go on holiday. But this summer, I didn't go anyway. So, boss, you can't blame me for requesting in advance leave for me to go on holiday. I'm exhausted. But anywho, sorry to digress. Back to the script. Come on, let's come back now. So, what I need you to do, get your phones out and make sure you download Tag Radios. If you're using the Apple phone, go to your app store and just type in Tag Radio. And if you're using Android, go to your Play Store and just type in Tag Radio. And literally, trust me, you can listen to our radio platform anywhere you are in the world. All right. The second thing I need you to do, and then get ready. If you look behind me, it's all there for you. It's all there. You can't tell me you didn't see it. It's right there. So actually, let me move back a bit so you can see the whole thing. So it's right there, right? Our social media handles. Come on, man. It doesn't bite. Literally, it doesn't bite. Like, I'm keeping an eye. I'm actually actively looking to monitor if we have any new followers, any new subscribers, or any new person who has hit that notification button on YouTube. I'm actively watching, okay? I'm actively watching to make sure that you are listening to me and you are actually carrying out my instructions. Like, it's the least you could do for me. It's the least I could ask. I'm here for all hour giving you information, right? So the least you could do in return for me is to do this. Just follow us on social media handles. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, we're also on Spotify. Come on, we are literally right at your fingertips. So when it talks about presence, we are physically there. We're not hiding. We've made everything. We've put everything on a platter of gold for you, so you don't have to. Oh, where are they? We're right there. We literally here. So we are on Spotify, so you can literally listen to all our podcasts on Spotify. If you want to listen to me on Spotify, feel free. But there are more content than me. We've got other wonderful presenters, okay, on Spotify, other wonderful content that will tickle your fancy. But hey, if you wanna listen to me, that's absolutely fine. But I am on Spotify, so you can look for the Youth Scene, and you can listen to all the Youth Scene contents literally on Spotify. I'm so excited. And then obviously we're on Instagram as well. All right, the gram. Hi to my gram family. How you guys doing today? Give me some emojis, show me some love. How you guys doing? Thank you for tuning in. Hiya. All right, and then we're also on YouTube. So the two things I need you to do on our YouTube channel is, number one, it's pretty simple, guys. Come on, it's literally simple. It's not rocket science, is it? It's literally that simple. So first thing I need you to do, I got a thumbs up to you too. Thank you. Right, so the two things I need you to do is, number one, subscribe to our YouTube channel. So by the end of the week, I want to see additional new subscribers. Not thank you to the existing subscribers. I love you to pieces. Trust me, I love you. I do. But I want to see some new subscribers. And our existing subscribers, why don't you tell new subscribers to subscribe to our YouTube channel? Tell your friends. Start with your friends. Start with your moms and dads. Start with your aunties, your uncles, your brothers, your sisters, your cousins. Tell them, your neighbors. Tell them to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And then secondly, hit that notification button. The great thing about that notification button is that when you hit it, you're gonna be automatically notified whenever we release new content. So every time the new Youth Scene content drops on YouTube, you're gonna be automatically notified. So you don't even have to look for it. It comes to you. How great is that? How wonderful is that? So I need you to take a moment. All I'm asking for you is to take a second, literally, a second, to follow us on social media platforms. I'm having to speak to you for a whole hour. A whole hour. Come on, so and I'm giving you useful information, useful tips and what have you. I'm taking my time to prepare for you to make sure you are adequately and effectively informed. So the least you can do for me, all right, as a favor, is to follow us on social media handles. It's right there at Tag Radio 1. So on Facebook, on Twitter, now called X, all right. Now, so Twitter is formally recognized as X, okay. So if I say Twitter, I'm referring to X, okay. Instagram, Spotify, and YouTube is at Tag Radio 1. So do the needful and get your phones out and follow us on all social media platforms. If you want to interact with me on the show today, on the Youth Scene show, your favorite show, you already know, on Tag Radio. If you like to interact with me, you can call in live. The studio lines are officially opened. So the studio lines are 07920 026 406. That's 07920 026 406. Or you can call our second line on 07920 026 407. I'll say that again, 07920 026 407. The studio lines are officially opened, so you can interact with me live in the studio. I'm waiting, I'm eager, I'm excited to hear your voice, okay? And I also want to hear how your day has been. Like those of you that are working, those of you that have got 9 to 5, well, sorry, I don't envy you. I don't feel sorry for you. You've got to pay your bills. You've got to pay your bills. Sorry, that sounds really harsh. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to say it like that. Like, I feel for you, but then again, them bills ain't gonna pay itself. So you gotta do what you gotta do and get to work. But I would like to hear how your work has been, though. You know, how's work? What's happening at work? What's going on at work? What you doing? You know, what's your plan for the week? I mean, it's Thursday. I mean, it's near tomorrow's Friday actually. So I mean, TGIF, like my boss must not hear me saying this actually. Every Friday. sorry, Councillor Bookie. Every Friday, I'm always TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. I ain't gotta come to the studio today. But I love my job. I love my job. So let me not go further because I don't want to get a sacking, do I? But anywho, I want to hear how your day has been. How's work? What's your plan for the weekend? It's Friday tomorrow. Are you going anywhere exotic? Are you going anywhere nice? Alright, I'd like to hear how your day has been. Remember, you are tuned in to the Youth Scene Show, your favorite show on Tag Radio with yours truly, Kazeem Balogun. Alright, what we're gonna do is take a short music break, and when we come back from the music break, we're gonna do a deep dive into the show for today. Remember, you are tuned in to the Youth Scene Show, your favorite show on Tag Radio with yours truly, Kazeem Balogun. See you after this short musical break. Don't you dare touch that dial.
Dedicated to the one I love. Yeah. Still love the way he talks. Still love the way I sing. Still love the way he rock them black diamonds in that chain. Still all up on each other, ain't a damn thing changed. My girls can't tell me nothing, I'm gone in the brain. I'm all up under him like it's cold. Winter time, all up in the kitchen in my heels. Dinner time, do whatever that it takes. He got a winner's mind. Give it all to him and meet him at the finish line. Me and my boo, right? All up in that black with his chick right beside him. Ladies, if you love your man, show him you the flyest. Grind up on it, girl, show him how you ride it. Me and my boo, right? All up in that black with his chick right beside him. Ladies, if you love your man, show him you the flyest. Grind up on it, girl, show him how you ride it. Oh, killing me softly, and I'm still falling. Still the one I need, I will always be with you. Oh, you got me hooked on. Don't ever let me go. Say you real loud if you fly. If you leave me, you out of your mind. We dress into them. He picked me up. We made me feel so lucky. He kissed me in his. We be making love it. Still the one I do this. I'm trying to make us from that. He's still the one. I put it on him. It ain't nothing that I can't do. Be up on my own if he deserve it by his shit too. All up in the style, shout it, tricking if I want to. All up in the style, shout it, as we want to. Damn, I think I love that boy. Do anything for that boy. Ooh, hey. Now I never be the same as you and me until the end. Me and my boo, right? All up in that black with his chick right beside him. Ladies, if you love your man, show him you the flyest. Grind up on it, girl, show him how you ride it. Me and my boo, lip lock it. All up in the back, cause the chicks keep blocking. All that gossip in 10 years, stop it. London, speed it up, Houston, rock it. Oh, killing me softly, and I'm still falling. Still the one I need, I will always be with you. Oh, you got me all gone. Don't ever let me go. Say you real loud if you
24/7. Tag Community Voice Radio. The radio station for Thurrock's BAME community. Subscribe, listen live, and download our app from the Apple and Google App Stores.
Yes. Welcome back to the Youth Sin Show, your favorite show on Tag Radio with yours truly, Kazeem, Balogun. Wow, the music we played during that short musical break was the legend herself. Wow, one of my personal favorites, if not my actual favorite, is the boss lady Beyonce Knowles Carter with Countdown. God, I love this song so much. Oh my god. I think this song was in what album was it in again? 4. The album called there's this album called Year of 4. I think it's she called it 4. Goodness me, I love this song so much. Like Countdown, like the song is bizarre. It's a shot down. Like literally, I did not see any other record when this record was released that was actually top than this particular record. The vocals, the arrangement, the vocal arrangement, the riffs she was throwing on them song, the beat, the rhythm of the song. Oh, like you see me, I'm getting into the groove. The beat, the rhythm, it was literally something else. Like Beyonce, like all day. That was a great song. That song is called Countdown. All right, Countdown. Welcome back to the Youth Sin Show, your favorite show on Tag Radio with yours truly, Kazeem Balogun. Right now, we're gonna do a dive into today's show. Right, so for today's show is a new episode. I'm really happy. So today's show is a continuation of the previous show that we've done. We were talking about youth identity. All right, so we're going to continue with the new episode on that. I did say it was going to be in episodes, and at some point we are going to be talking to young people, and you're going to be hearing from them directly on what youth identity is all about. So the last time that we did the show, we kind of laid the foundation on what youth identity was all about, and I know that now the show prior to that was we did a back to school show. All right, we did a back to school by way of inspiring and motivating. This is the Youth Sin Show, right? So motivating the young people who are returning back to school, or the young people who is their first time in uni and what have you. So we did a special show for them on the previous Youth Sin Show that was dedicated to those young people who were returning or starting uni. All right, so now we are going back to the topic. The very important topic is a very cogent matter. Everyone's talking about identity. Everyone is on a transition, trying to figure out what their identity is and trying to understand what this thing of identity, where does it actually stem from? What is my identity? What do I identify as? It's a very popular thing, especially in Gen Z, where identity seems to be a struggle. So it's very important that we are actually educating ourselves, and we may come across people that we may not necessarily agree with what they are choosing to identify as, but obviously as far as equality is concerned and as far as human rights is concerned, everyone has an opportunity to identify with whatever they want to identify as. But this particular show is to draw you closer to your identity, to actually not get it twisted, not get it confused, not let anyone manipulate you into becoming an identity that you're not, but you actually choosing for yourself, not being motivated by another source that's contrary to your identity. So this show is by way of encouraging, motivating, inspiring, and and signposting you. And if you are confused about your identity, maybe you do need to seek the expert help of a therapist, a counselor, or what have you, who can guide you into your own identity, because identity is very, very important to talk about. I've seen how a lot of young people especially get manipulated into adopting an identity that's not technically theirs or for them. So it's very important that we are discussing this important subject matter of identity. All right, so today we're gonna do a little bit of deep dive into the intricate details of youth identity. Again, this is the Youth Scene Show, your favorite show on Tag Radio. All right, we are broadcasting live from Tag Radio SX, and you can actually follow us on social media. It's right there for you. Let me move back a little bit. It's right there for you. You can see all of that. It's right there, so you've got no excuse. Facebook, Twitter, now called X, Instagram, YouTube, Spotify is at Tag Radio 1. All right, so make sure you follow, get your phones out and follow us on at Tag Radio 1 on social media platforms. You can also download our radio app on the App Store, and if you're using Apple device, or on the Play Store if you're using Android device. Okay, so you can listen to our content, our radio platform, anywhere you are in the world. And if you want to interact with me live in the studio, you want to get involved, or you want to share some meaningful contributions or ask questions on the subject matter of identity, you can do so by calling our studio lines. These studio lines are officially opened, and it's 07920 026 406. That's 07920 026 406, or you can also call 07920 026 407. Okay, you can share your contributions on this very cogent, very important, and very complicated topic of youth identity. So today I did a little bit of today's show is interesting. I can't wait to get all into it. So this week we're going to be taking things up a notch. So what I've done, during the course of the week, what I did to make the show a little bit interesting, I did a little bit of survey in my neighborhood. So I was out talking to young people. I wish I actually filmed it. It was very interesting. The responses that I got, it was very, very interesting. So I was out in the neighborhood. I mean, I'm a presenter. It's about researching stories that cuts across that people would like to hear. So I took the liberty of actually going into the community and one-on-one talking to young people just to hear what they feel about what youth identity is. And it's quite, I gathered their responses, which I'm going to be sharing in a minute. They have given me permission that I can actually call them by their name and actually share their responses, and I hope they are actually tuned in on this show. Actually tuned in. That's why today's show, I'm so excited. I did promise that I'm going to do all that I can to keep the show quite interesting. So I did a bit of survey, a bit of research. I went out into the community. I also went to the Youth Council Award that was held in Wickford. Youth Council Award. It was interesting. Goodness me, young people are actually not playing. Like, I probably will interview them. The Youth Council. I see on the Youth Council Award is a volunteer thing that I do. It's the BB Basildon Bovo Youth Council, BBYC, Basildon Bovo Youth Council. So I sit on the actual Youth Council. So what I do basically is I facilitate. But the whole thing is being done by young people. So they've got a shout out to SS County Council Youth Project, by the way, for affording me the opportunity to get involved, because all things youth is my forte. I love my passion is young people. It's with young people. I've always been like that from day one. I mean, if you look at my career trajectory, I've always worked with young people. Well, I'm young myself, by the way. I'm not going to tell you my age, but just be rest assured that I'm relatively young. Okay, but I love working with other young people. I feel like young people need to be given more opportunities to get involved, and I also feel like we need to collaborate with a lot more young people because they've got bright ideas, and it's very important that we give them opportunities for them to implement those ideas. So what I do, I sit on the BBYC, Basildon Borough Youth Council, where these guys are met by councillors, by different boroughs that wants to do exciting things for youth in my borough, Basildon. So what tends to happen, they will come and talk to them and present the idea to them, and they will basically spearhead the whole thing, right? So they had an award show last week in Wickford, like the Youth Council Awards, and just to hear some positive stories of what young people are doing in my borough, it was, and I had to be there. Like I literally had to be there. So still on the subject of youth identity, I'll probably get them on the radio and interview them and talk to them about how that, plays a pivotal part in their identity, because we do have a mayor, we have the Basildon Youth Mayor, who I'm quite acquainted with. So I'll probably bring her to come and talk to us on the exciting things that she's doing for the young people in Basildon. So we have a project officer, we also have a treasurer, and we also have all the different leads, young people that are coordinating BBYC, Basildon Borough Youth Council. So I can't wait to get them on the show and talk to them and get them to talk about the Youth Council Awards and how that plays a pivotal part in their youth identity. And these guys are relatively young. I'm talking about 16, 17, 14, that particular age range, and they are doing something as significant as that for their particular borough. And also, I also want to use this opportunity to recognize my very own YSA, the Youth Social Action Youth, right? These guys, oh goodness me, I'm getting emotional. Like when I see young people doing amazing things, for me, I feel like I'm fulfilling my purpose, especially if I've had some sort of interaction with them or I've contributed value to them. I feel happy with myself. I feel good. It's like that feeling, money can't give you that feeling. Like I feel genuinely satisfied to see these young people improving in the way they do their radio show, in the way they talk to each other, in the way they work as a team, in the way they communicate, and the fact that some of them have become prefects in their school and they are getting stars or awards in their schools, and we can physically see how the project is contributing value to them in their own communities. It brings tears to my eyes. Sorry, I'm very, very sorry. I'm supposed to be professional right now, but I can't help it. It makes me feel we've actually contributed a huge part to their youth identity. We've actually supported them in shaping that youth identity, and that's essentially what this subject that we are talking about is all about. And I have to, big up my team, Tag Radio, big up my team for the incredible work we are doing, especially in the lives of young people. And that also brings me on to say that we are actually looking to bring on more young people on board. So we have I have permission, by the way, to actually broadcast this. So I do have permission. So basically, we are looking for more young people, young people between the age range of 11 to 18 years old who are quite keen, and they have a passion for radio broadcasting, because we will actually train you. So if you want to sit on this seat and do what I do, all right, do what I do, you basically can do it, all right. Like when I started, oh my goodness, don't even get me started. But here is the deal, all right. Here is the deal. Are you age 11 to 18 and you've got, and you would like to experience the thrill of radio broadcasting? It's a perfect opportunity for you to actually enhance your speaking skills and also boost your self-confidence. Okay, so why not? It's every Saturday between 12:30 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. every Saturdays between the time 12:30 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. Why not give us a shout? Are you a young person, or are you a parent of a young person who would like for your teenager to actually get involved on a Saturday, 12:30 to 2:30, something meaningful, something positive, by way of extracurriculum activity? I promise you, it will not encroach on their academic. It's a Saturday, 12:30 to 2:30. Why not release your teenager? Or are you a young person under the sound of my voice? Oh, radio broadcasting, I want to do that. Or I want to be involved in the social media part of it. I may not want to do radio broadcasting. I may want to be involved in social media. I may want to be involved in anime. I may want to be involved in animation, that is. I may want to be involved in the department. I may want to be involved in sound engineering. I may want to be whatever skill you've got, whatever area you want to be involved in. Why not reach out to us? You can literally go to our website, www.thorough.africangroup.org. That's www.thorough.africangroup.org. Or you can give us a shout on 07. Let me see that on 07448 420 532. That's 07448 420 532. I'll take that one more time. Sorry, I think I must have confused you. That's 07448 420 532. All right, give us a shout on there. Or you can, if you want to reach out to us via email, it's info@thorough.africangroup.org. That's info@thorough.africangroup.org. So reach out to us and express your interest, and be rest assured my team or myself will get in contact with you and see how we can bring you on board. Okay, so it's an opportunity, a fantastic opportunity for you to actually get involved, all right, in radio broadcasting. So if you are interested and you are quite keen, every Saturday 12:30 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. give us a shout and we'll see how we can bring you on board. All right, fantastic stuff. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. It's a great opportunity for you to get involved and for you to build experience as well, and build your confidence and build your team working skills, and many more. All right, looking forward to hearing from you. Fantastic. Right, so welcome back to the You've Seen Show, your favorite show on Tag Radio, with yours truly, Kazeem Balogun. Right, so we're going to do a deep dive into the subject of today. We're going to be taking things up a notch. Where was that? So, I did say that I did a bit of research, a bit of community engagement, talking to young people just to understand their views on youth identity, and I'm going to be sharing their views in a minute. I'm going to be sharing their views. Wow, I was really thrilled, the opportunity to go out into the community, because I really wanted this show to have substantive content, and I really wanted to ensure that this particular topic is driven in the context of young people. So it's not necessarily me telling you what I think or what I feel or what I perceive to be youth identity, but actually I've done extensive research, legwork, community engagement, talking to young people and hearing directly from them. And in a minute, I'll be sharing their views. Are you a young person? Are you a young? Well, obviously, you've seen. Are you a young person? This is the You've Seen Show. So your favorite show on Tag Radio, right? So I need all the youths to talk to me, to talk back to me, all right? So call 07920 026 406 or 07920 026 407. I'm really, really keen to hear your views on youth identity, all right? So I'm going to, on today's show, I'm going to be sharing with you real life stories. We're also going to be getting into a bit of an interactive challenge. This is to promote interaction and also some thought-provoking questions. All right. So just before we get into it, what I want to do is to quickly do a recap of a recap of what youth identity is, what we discussed on the previous show, on the previous episode. All right, so just a quick recap for those of our for those of our listeners and viewers who might, this is for the benefit, of our listeners and viewers whose today might be their first time tuning into the Youth Identity Show. So this is for your benefit. Okay, just a quick recap of what we discussed on the previous episode. So what do we know about youth identity? I'll just take a pause there. If you want to comment, put some stuff in the comment for me, and I can just see them. So what do we actually know about youth identity? What's your view about youth identity? What do you think youth identity is actually all about? It is a multifaceted concept. It's a multifaceted, that word, right? I don't know, those words are quite tricky. Just the other day I found it difficult to pronounce statistics. I got it right this time, but them words are like tongue twisting, like they make your tongue twist. Statistics, like who created these words? Just say data, simple. Data, statistics, pretty much the same thing. I may be wrong. Those are our tech guys. Am I actually right or wrong? Data, statistics, is it not literally the same thing? Data, statistics. Well, I don't know. To me, I feel they're close enough. They're the same thing. But anywho, so just drop some comments on what you think youth identity. Let me see. Let me have a quick look. So youth identity, some of our viewers and listeners are saying youth identity comes from personal experiences. That's quite interesting. So what I can deduce from that comment is that your identity is shaped by personal experiences. I think that's what I got from that particular comment. Wow. That's quite true, actually. That's quite actually true. Like, your personal encounters can actually modify, or can actually can mold your identity. Especially when you've been, so for example, a child who's been exposed to trauma in their upbringing, there's a likelihood that trauma will shape their identity and the way they view the world. That there is I'm not scientifically speaking, this is based on research now, so I do agree with that particular comment that your personal experiences can actually contribute to your identity. Right, thank you for sharing. So now, so quick one. So youth identity, is a very complicated subject. It's a multifaceted concept that is influenced by just like one of the viewers rightly said, personal experiences. I totally agree with that. So the unique events and challenges that shape who we are, including family dynamics, schooling, and personal milestones, all of that has a huge impact on shaping your identity. Another big one, another really, really big one that I think that we need to drill down on is actually cultural background. Like, cultural background is one of the biggest contributory factors that actually shapes and molds people's identity. Like, you potentially are where you're from. Okay, let me pause there. I've always, so for me, look, okay, I'll say one thing. Location, there's a reason why I moved from Hackney to Essex, or there's a reason why that was against my will. There was a reason why my mom did not allow me to school in London, but to do my uni outside London. Location really matters. Location, I've always said, this may be profound. Those of us that are from Nigeria will understand what I'm trying to say here. I've always said I would rather live in a BQ in Banana Island than to live in a mansion in a place called Ikorodu. Now, I'm not throwing shots at Ikorodu, but we all know what Ikorodu is like. Those of us that have been to Nigeria, or those of us, well, I didn't grow up in Ikorodu, by the way, but maybe those of you then, because I didn't, okay? Those of you that grew up in Ikorodu, and I'm not trying to discriminate, no, that's not what I'm about, but I'm just saying, because I've read how notorious that particular area can be. Or it's like okay, maybe not Ikorodu, because I do know that some improvements are being made, so I'm not going to throw shots at it like that, but let's just say somewhere in Ajegunle in Nigeria. So the Nigerians who are tuned in to this particular show will know what I'm actually referring to. So I personally, this is my personal, again, I'm expressive of my freedom of speech. My right to independent thinking is what I'm expressing here. All right, so I don't want no one to sue me for how dare him talk about my area like that. No, I'm only expressing my right to independent thinking. All right, because it is my fundamental human right. I've got independent thinking. All right, so I'm just saying, personally, for me, I would rather live in a BQ boys' quarter somewhere down in Victoria Island, Banana Island, than to live in a mansion in Ajegunle. To some of you, that may be subjective and you may want to argue the point, but I'm not going to argue with you. That's just my personal standpoint, because location matters. Even if you are living in a mansion in Ajegunle, trust me, there's a likelihood you will conform to your locality, and then the behavior of your locality will be seen in you. But I mean, if you look at the way people who live on the Banana Island, Victoria Island, in comparison to people who live in Ajegunle, for example, if you compare those two lifestyles or those two identities, it's completely different. It's completely different. It's the same thing for someone who lives in Hackney or who lives in Peckham, someone who lives in central London, in Mayfair. You know what I mean? Somebody who lives in Mayfair, or somebody who lives in, what's that area that I like? In Essex. Oh, I forgot it now. Or someone who lives in Knightsbridge, central London again, or somebody who lives in Covent Garden, or somebody who lives in, I don't know, what's that area? Oh goodness me, I can't remember it now. Or someone who lives in Upminster. There's some really posh places in Upminster, by the way. So mentality and identity and reaction to things are going to be different. Extremely different. So now that brings me into cultural background. Cultural background is extremely important. So for example, the traditions that we hold dear to our heart, the values and norms of the cultural or ethnic group that we belong to, or the social class that we belong to. I mean, Karl Marx, was the person, rest in perfect peace, was the person that actually created that divide, working class, middle class, all that was created by Karl Marx, and we saw how that separated that particular divide. So people, these are the middle class people, or these are the working class people, and these are whatever class people they actually are, and we can tell the behaviors. You can see the personality traits and how that actually affects the identities of those three different groups, right? Again, bringing it back to cultural background, the traditions, your traditions, that is also a contributory factor in shaping your identity. Know this and know peace. Okay, your values, the values that you hold. It could be your religious value. It could be your, I don't know, your social values. It could be your morals, what have you. So that as well is a contributory factor to your identity. Another one is the cultural or ethnic groups. I mean, in Africa, we don't identify on race. We're in Africa. In Nigeria, maybe Africa is quite a broad continent. So if I just pick Nigeria, where I'm originally from, where I'm ethnically from, I was born here, but I grew up back home. So that's why I say where I'm ethnically from. Now, here's the thing. We don't identify based on race in Nigeria. We don't identify based. We normally would identify based on, I don't know, religion, ethnicity, political parties sometimes. What else? And ethnicity. Are you Igbo? Language. Are you Igbo? Are you Yoruba? Are you Hausa? Are you Delta? Type thing, right? So all of that has a huge role to play in your identity, right? So when I came to this country, like when I came abroad, that's when I knew I was black. That's when I knew I was black. Like living in Nigeria, I didn't even because everybody looked like me. Everybody looked like me. So my race wasn't in my face. That's what I'm trying to say. My race wasn't in my face. There was, it didn't occur to me, or I'm not actively taking cognizance of the fact that I'm black because I'm in a black nation. So me being black is not something that I'm just gonna be, I'm black. No, because I'm pretty much in an environment where everybody have the same skin color as me. But when I transitioned and I came abroad, that's when I knew, I'd watched those of us that had DSTV. So DSTV is basically equivalent to Sky Digital. It's like your cable satellite. So those of you that had DSTV back home, obviously we had the luxury of watching abroad movies and seeing our white counterparts on TV. But in our day-to-day living, that didn't matter because we were in a nation that is predominantly black. So there was no reason for us to identify on race. But however, we identified based on, I don't know, language, ethnic background, religion, sometimes political, our political interest, what have you. Those were the things I think we actually identified on. So your cultural or the ethnic group that you belong to, bringing it back as a pivotal role to play in your identity, right? What else? Okay, so also your social interactions, who you socially connect with, that has a massive part to play in your in your identity. And then obviously we're talking about social interactions. So your relationship with friends, the friends you choose to move with. Have you ever heard that saying, birds of the same kind flock together? I mean, it's relatively true because energy attracts energy. Energy attracts energy. So the friends that you move around with, your peer groups, your social circles, they also influence your sense of belonging, your image, and your self-worth. Your network, how did I say that again? Your network equals your net worth. That's it. Digital presence, definitely. So now I'm bringing it. So that was then, but now I have to factor in social media, because social media actually is one of the massive, you will not believe it, but trust me, it's one of the massive contributory factor that contributes to the identity of Gen Z, right? Social media, as much as I love social media as well can actually influence your identity in the right or in a positive, or in a negative way. But that depends on you if you allow it to, Okay, so social media and online platforms offer opportunities for self-expression, but can also introduce pressure and comparisons that affect self-esteem. There are many. I mean, in the coming episodes of the Youth Sin Show, I will be sharing stories of young people that have allowed social media to influence them positively or negatively, and those, when it's negatively, they've actually made a turn to positive. So I'll be sharing those stories, real life stories as well. All right. So so to see these elements come together, now just before we get into the next segment of the show, I mean, I've given you way too much information there, so I need you to digest it, process it, digest it, and when we come right back after this short musical break, everything I've told you so far, I'm gonna tie it all in, and then we're gonna hear from some young people, some voices from Thurrock on what they feel youth identity is like. All right, so we're gonna take a short musical break, and when we come back to the Youth Sin Show, your favorite show on Tag Radio, we are going to hear directly from a couple of young people from Thurrock, youths from Thurrock, who are basically going to be sharing with us their views on youth identity. Remember, you are tuned in to the Youth Sin Show, your favorite show on Tag Radio, with yours truly, Kazeem Balogun. We are broadcasting live from Essex. We'll see you after this short commercial break. Don't you dare, do not touch that dial. See you in a few.
I'm a Usain, run it, car does it in my own lane. Then I'm a flash for the picture, she'll come back no. Hasta la vista, computer love, I map with my finger, baby. I'm a man, not your mister, I missed ya. My lifestyle's terribly wild, but you never catch me on the Jeremy Kyle show. Explosive, terrorist style, don't think I'm a blower, get therapy now. Oh, I miss school and I haven't got a job yet. My girl's built and my daughter's on the way. I went clubbing till my world was revolving. Pretty women and alcohol, yeah. I ride smooth, eat like a tractor. I ride smooth, eat like a tree. Choo-choo, go hard, go faster. Stack peas every day. I ride smooth, eat like a tractor. I ride smooth, eat like a pig. Choo-choo down the rabbit hole. More women, more alcohol, yeah. I'm living my life, cause that's what I do best. See girls at my bank when they show me interest. Hey look, pounds or pennies, I don't scrounge off any. I'm fly, I am not an insect. And I'm the life for the party. I came with Ken, but I left with his Barbie. Baby's with me, she can ride in the car seat. If she's an angel, I'm Charlie. Oh, please. My lifestyle's terribly wild, but you never catch me on the Jeremy Kyle show. Explosive, terrorist style. Don't think I'm a blower, get therapy now. Oh, I miss school and I haven't got a job yet. My girl's built and my daughter's on the way. I went clubbing till my world was revolving. Pretty women and alcohol, yeah. I ride smooth, eat like a tractor. I ride smooth, eat like a tree. Choo-choo, go hard, go faster. Stack peas every day. I ride smooth, eat like a tractor. I ride smooth, eat like a pig. Choo-choo down the rabbit hole. More women, more alcohol, yeah. Don't say my name when I'm at the bar. Cause I'm in the zone and I'm trying my hardest not to fall. And I'm so gone, I'm so gone. Just leave me alone, My lifestyle's terribly wild, but you never catch me on the Jeremy Kyle show. Explosive, terrorist style. Don't think I'm a blow, I get very now. Oh.
I miss school and I haven't got a job yet. My girl's built and my daughter's on the way. I went clubbing till my world was revolving. Pretty women and alcohol, yeah. I ride smart, be like a tractor. I ride smart, be like a tree. Choo choo, go hard, go faster. Stack peas every day. I ride smart, be like a tractor. I ride smart, be like a pig. Choo choo down the rabbit hole. More women, more alcohol, yeah.
You get me? Son, special edition. Yo, chick man. Yo.
Some jealous thing.
Yeah, for real. Right now. Wait a sec. Shut down the club.
Line up the table.
Alright. You know we roll. Good.
In every day me wake up. She ain't for me neck a take up. Every girl I'm mad. Say they want the God. Tell them that this full of I'll never cake up. In every day me wake up. She ain't for me neck a take up. Every girl I'm mad. Say they want the God. Tell them that this full of I'll never cake up.
Yeah. There ain't a bulletproof needed for none of these shots.
They need it.
And can I get a Bailey's on the rocks?
Yes.
Swagger turned all the way up. No sparkles on that champagne, cause we don't give up. Heaven sent, bringing hell too. She smelling my neck, that's Chanel blue. Table full of goons, still got plenty room. Do they smile? Gully side boo. But everybody's cool. She said she got a man on Mr. Break the Rules. Like just imagine all the things that we can do. Man, he let you out, dressed so seductive, he's a fool. Face looking all sweet, grinding on me like she looking for a beat. Yeah. Wavy or sober, we every girl on my dome for colder.
In every day me wake up. She ain't for me neck a take up. Every girl I'm mad. Say they want the God. Tell them that this full of I'll never cake up. In every day me wake up. Every day. She ain't for me neck a take up. Every girl I'm mad. Say they want the God. Tell them that this full of I'll never cake up.
Online 24/7. Tag Community Voice Radio. The radio station for Thurrock's BAME community. Subscribe, listen live, and download our app from the Apple and Google App Stores.
Yes. Welcome back to the Youth Sin Show, your favorite show on Tag Radio with yours truly, Kazeem Balogun, and we are broadcasting live from Tag Radio SX. Remember to follow us on social media platforms. It's all there for you on Facebook, on Twitter, now called X, on Instagram, and on YouTube. It's right there at Tag Radio 1. It's all there for you. So make sure you follow us on social media handles, okay, at Tag Radio 1. On YouTube, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, and you also hit that notification button so that you are automatically updated whenever we release new content. Don't forget, you can interact live with me in the studio. You can call 07920 026 407, or you can call 07920 026 407 if you want to share your contributions on the topic of exploring youth identity that we are currently discussing. Okay, so just the music we played during our short music break. The first one was by the legendary Reg 32, one of the legendary British hip-hop artists, with track titled Tractor. And then we also played another wonderful track for you by another legendary British artist who started in grime and then crossed over into hip-hop. That was Chipmunk legend, track titled Every Gal, featuring one of the legendary bashment artists, Movado. Right, so moving on quickly. So now I'm just going to now bring in So I did say that I did quite a few community engagement work to hear from young people what they feel about youth identity, because I really wanted to make sure that this show, is full of content. That's what's paramount to me, content. So we're gonna hear from a few young people. Hopefully they are actually tuned in to the You've Seen show. Right, so I'm gonna start with, I spoke to a few teens just to get their perspectives, and here's what they had to say. All right, so Jasmine, shout out to Jasmine who's also tuned in. So Jasmine said, youth identity is about discovering who I am and how I fit into the world. It's a blend of my cultural background and personal interests. Social media helps me connect with others who have similar experiences. A massive shout out to you, Jasmine. Thank you for sharing your thought on what youth identity means to you. I mean, for the benefits of those who are listening and our viewers and listeners, I mean, what does youth identity mean to you? If you like to share your views, you can call in on 07920 or you can call 07920 or right behind me, you can follow us on all social media platforms at Tag Radio 1, and then you can share your views on what youth identity means to you. Make sure you hashtag You've Seen Show, and then you can comment on what youth identity means to you. So thank you, Jasmine. Thank you so much for sharing. That's very thoughtful. I like that, actually. I love that. Youth identity is about discovering. So Jasmine, I've said youth identity is about discovering who she is and how she fits into the world. It's a blend of her cultural background and personal interest. She also commented that social media helps her to connect with others who have similar experiences as hers. So thank you once more, Jasmine. And then I've got Ellie. So Ellie is another teen that I interacted with over the course of the week, and this is what Ellie had to say. So Ellie said, for me, I quote, for me, identity is shaped by my hobbies and passions. That's very, very key. Hobbies, what you do in your spare time, hobbies and passion, what you're passionate about, what drives you. Being part of the local gaming community in Thurrock has helped me find a group of friends who truly understand me. That's really deep. Thank you, Ellie, for sharing that. That's really powerful. And then I've got Aisha. So Aisha also said, my identity is influenced by my family traditions and the modern world I live in. Modern what she basically lives in. It's about balancing respect for my roots with embracing new opportunities. So Aisha is grounded in her roots, while she's also looking forward to embracing new opportunities. And those opportunities may not necessarily conform to the image. I just want to prepare you, Aisha, that those opportunities you're seeking may not necessarily conform to what you've been grounded with in your route, but you just gotta stay open-minded and evaluate that, and then you can then decide if you want to pursue the opportunity or not. But thank you for sharing your thoughts, Aisha. So a massive shout out to Jasmine, Ellie, and Aisha. So those are, because of my time, those are the few that I'm gonna select. So thank you for sharing those insightful perspective. Is very, I mean, from all of that, what we should be able to deduce is that it's very, very clear that youth identity is a dynamic blend of personal experiences, cultural influences, and social interactions. These are some of the things I've noticed when I was gathering this information. Like, I could see the consistency of it, how cultural influences, personal experiences, and social interactions, these are the three main contributory factors that actually shape youth identity. Does that make sense? Absolutely. So now what we're going to do is going to do a little bit of challenge. So it's time for the youth identity challenge. All right, so what I want to do now, I would like to hear from you about what youth identity means to you. So what you can do for me, I will appreciate if you do it meaningfully and genuinely. if you could reflect. So to our dedicated listeners and viewers, this is for you. This is a challenge for you that I'm hoping you would do. So what I need you to do, and I'm going to be asking on the next episode of the show if you did this challenge. All right. So what I need you to do is basically to create what it is to. I would like to hear from you what youth identity means to you. And in order to do that, what I would like you to do is to create a short video. I mean, it could be 30 seconds, 10 seconds, 30 seconds, something between that time range. Create a short video, reflect on your personal experiences, your cultural background, and the social interactions you've had. So reflect on those and talk about how it has contributed in shaping your identity, and share your thoughts and experiences. Okay, so you can post and share, upload your video. When you do upload it, what I need you to do is to hashtag youth identity challenge, and then tag us, tag Radio 1, tag us on your video. And what I will do is I will collate all those stories and share it on the next episode. So make sure you share those stories. I would love to hear from you. So let's get into that. So create a short video and just tell us in simple words, how your personal experiences, your cultural background, and your social interactions has played a significant contributory factor in shaping your identity. Okay, so let us know. So that brings me over to the final agenda for today before I close the show. The identity quiz. So I've always wanted to do this on the radio station. I've always wanted to do a quiz. Who wants to be a millionaire? I wish I was presenting that too. But I've always wanted to do a quiz. So this is my opportunity to do my version of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. But unfortunately, I'm not offering you millions. Okay, all I'm going to offer you is a round of applause. That should be motivating and rewarding enough. Okay, right. So before I wrap up, I want to test your knowledge with a quick quiz about youth identity. So here we go. So question number 1. Get ready. Don't worry, you can feel free to use a lifeline. You can feel free to call a friend. We can do 50-50, or I can remove I can remove 2 of the incorrect questions and leave one correct answer. 2 incorrect answer and leave 1 correct answer and 1 incorrect answer, and then you can tell me what you feel is the answer. So I'm giving you options. I'm being fair. All right, I'm being fair. It's about fairness, isn't it? So question number 1, are you ready? Question number 1, what's a major factor that influences youth identity formation? Now I need you to start thinking, what's a major factor that influences youth identity formation? A, is it school environment? B, is it social media presence? C, is it family background? Or D, is it all of the above? I'll take the question again. What's a major factor that influences youth identity formation? A, is it school environment? B, is it social media presence? C, is it family background? Or D, is it all of the above? Let me see, hold on. Somebody said I should remove 2 incorrect questions and leave 1 correct and 1 incorrect. Coming right up. So I'm going to remove B and C, social media presence, family background, and leave A and D, school environment, and D, all of the above. So that is clue enough. So what's the answer? Somebody said absolutely spot on. Well done. It's D, all of the above. That is the correct answer. Each of those factors, so school environment, social media presence, and family background, each of those factors play a significant contributory factor to youth identity, or to shaping a young person's identity. So well done. The correct answer was D indeed. So you get a round of applause. All right, question number 2. Are we ready? Question number 2. Right, so this particular question, you only have to answer true or false. True or false. So here we go. Social media always positively influences youth identity. Does social media always positively influences youth identity? What's your answer to that? True or false? Let me see. Yeah, it's absolutely false. That's a no-brainer. It's absolutely false. So while social media can offer supportive communities and a safe haven for self-expression, safe haven can be quite subjective, but it does offer that opportunity for self-expression. We also need to take into cognizance that it can lead to issues like cyberbullying and unrealistic comparison. So the correct answer is false. Social media does not always positively influence youth identity. Okay. Now, question number 3. All right. So, what is cultural identity? I mean, I said it already, so I'm quite keen to see how many of our listeners and viewers took something in that I said. So, I mean, get talking. Feel free to call a friend. Feel free to ask each other. Feel free to message your besties to get the answer for this question. So, what is cultural identity? A, interest in specific hobbies. B, shared experiences and values within a group. C, online persona. Or D, personal goals and aspirations. Somebody wants me to repeat okay, I'll do just that. What is cultural identity? A, interest in specific hobbies. Or B, shared experiences and values within a group. C, online persona. Or D, personal goals and aspirations. What's your answer? Feel free to call a friend, use your 50-50, or you want me to remove 2 of the incorrect questions and leave 1 correct and 1 incorrect. Okay, I will do that. So I'm going to strip out A and D. A, interest in specific hobbies, stripped out, and D, personal goals and aspirations, stripped out. So that leaves us with shared experiences and values within a group or online persona. I'm waiting. Don't keep me waiting too long. Remember, you're tuned in to the Youth Scene Show, your favorite show on Tag Radio, with yours truly, Kazeem Balogun. We are broadcasting live from Tag Radio SX. Okay? Let me see. Absolutely. So well done. Spot on. So the right answer is B. So cultural identity is essentially shared experiences and values within a group. So B is the correct answer, right? Cultural identity specifically relates to the common traditions, languages, and values that people share within a cultural group or context. So massive shout out to you. Well done. The correct answer is B. And you get a round of applause. Right. Okay. So thank you for participating in that quiz. That was quite interactive. Thank you. I really enjoyed that myself. So thank you. So I hope you've learned something new about youth identity. And now I'm just going to wrap up quickly with some final thoughts. So as we conclude today's episode, I want all the young people under the sound of my voice, I want you to remember that your identity is an ongoing journey of discovery and growth. No one has actually mastered it, or even as I'm talking to you, I'm on a journey myself. I get to, the more time I spend with myself, reading books, listening to myself, doing those things that matters to me the most. I learn something new and different about myself every day. So we are all on a journey. No one is perfect. No one is absolutely perfect. We are all on a journey of discovery and growth. So if you've made a lot of mistakes in the past, that's absolutely fine. It's not the end of the world. We all make mistakes. The past is the past. What matters is what you're doing now. What you're doing now, you can never go back and correct your past, but you can actually focus on now, because what you do now would effectively lead into your future. All right. So we are all on the journey of just take into consideration, all right, that all of us, we are on a journey of discovering our identity. Okay. And this is a fantastic journey of discovery and growth, and I will implore you to continue to journey on. Okay, so embrace the diverse aspects of who you are, and continue to explore and understand your own unique identity. All right, continue to explore that. Continue to as you journey, your uniqueness is unique to you. I will not know what your uniqueness are. Only you will know that. All right. Apples don't fall too far from an apple tree. Bear that in mind. All right. So embrace the diverse aspects of who you are. Don't complain about who you are. Oh, I don't like myself. Oh, I want to be somebody else. There's this song, Pink. I love that song. I want to be somebody else. That, don't be somebody else. Be yourself. The world is awaiting you. So be the best version of you that you can be, and continue to explore and understand your own unique identity. So to wrap up the show now, here's a special poem beautifully written by moi, yours truly. I love poems, and in my spare time I do write poems. So I thought, I would not be doing you justice if I did not close this show with a poem from yours truly. So this is a poem that I feel beautifully captures the essence of youth identity. So here we go. In the mirror of youth, we see reflections bright, a mosaic of dreams painted in the night. Our faces tell stories, our hearts beat in rhyme. Each moment we grow through the passage of time. We blend cultures and passions. Our voices takes flight. In the dance of our lives, we search for the light. With each step we discover, with each choice we define our identities, a journey uniquely intertwined. Embrace every shadow, celebrate each hue. In the tapestry of self, find the strength to be true. For in the mirror of youth, we find what we seek. A portrait of identity, vibrant and unique. A portrait of identity, vibrant and unique. That's a wrap for today's episode of the Youth Scene Show. Thanks to everyone who shared their thoughts and participated in the challenge. Don't forget to follow us on social media. It's all there for you. On Facebook, on Twitter, now called X, on Spotify, on Instagram, and on YouTube. It's all there for you at Tag Radio 1. Make sure you follow us, okay? And also, don't forget to hashtag Youth Identity Challenge when you're telling us your stories. So don't forget to share your stories with the hashtag Youth Identity Challenge. Just before I sign out on the show, I would like to shout out my incredible team, my wonderful team at Tag Radio. A massive shout out to our boss, Councillor Buki Okunade, for giving us this wonderful opportunity. Thank you, Ma, for everything you do for us. Thank you for fighting for us. Also want a big shout out to the management team, Pastor Bengalawao and Mr. Deji Adeyaga. And a massive shout out to my presenter colleagues, Pastor Hehe, my boy Mike, and of course myself. And a massive shout out to our IT director, the guy who makes us look good in camera that nobody actually sees because he's always behind the scene. A massive shout out to Ayo. And of course, I could not sign out without giving a special shout out to our dedicated listeners and viewers who tune in week and week out on the You've Seen Show, your favorite show on Tag Radio, which was truly Kazeem Balogun. This is the part I don't like to do. I can go on forever, but every good thing always comes to an end. Everything that has a beginning will always have to come to an end. So this is the part where I drew out the curtain for today's You've Seen Show, your favorite show on Tag Radio. Until next time, keep exploring your identity and make it your ambition and obligation to stay curious. Until next time, have yourself a wonderful evening. And that's it, folks. Bye for now.
Let's go.
Online 24/7. Tag Community Voice Radio. The radio station for Thurrock's BAME community. Subscribe, listen live, and download our app from the Apple and Google App Stores.